this collab is, well, it was kind of like my idea, because I was like, oh my gosh, another person that does NEXTFEST, like, yay. So of course I'm late, because I'm late to everything, but also, to be fair, both of us are sick, and we feel like collective garbage, so.
It's fine, it's fine.
Yeah, I've got
so you're now taking
bottle.
Yeah, so you're now taking credit for the idea, and then also
also I was 20 minutes late, so
yeah.
love it. I love it. Yeah, listen, I just barge in here. Take responsibility for the good bits.
Obviously.
Okay, so you have an order of operations, don't you?
Kind of. But first of all, hi to Liz's chat. I'm Maggie. I'm from Germany. We do indie games and roguelikes and stuff like that as well. We're basically like Lissa, but in German.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're gonna talk about different demos that will be available at Steam Next Fest in roughly 2.5 hours, because Steam Next Fest is not available just yet. Right. But we know which developers will be, like a bunch of them at least. As always, there's way too many to cover.
Yes.
But we did get a lot of them sent to us. Yeah, a lot of
outreach, yeah, which is really cool. It's always cool, you know, it's nice to meet people. It's nice to meet developers, it's nice to meet, I don't know, people who are working on passion projects and stuff, you know? It's really cool to be like, to kind of see behind the curtain, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Hi Penguin, hi Raoul.
But yeah, so we'll basically be
also hi
talking
Revolio, hi pal. Oh, sorry, did I not mute? Oh my god, I opposite muted. I'm so sorry. I did the opposite mute. All right, I'm leaving the screen up so I know when I'm muted. It's been so long since I used to stream with people all the time, and I got really good at like muting when I was talking, but now I'm a mess. I'm so sorry to Magi's chat. I'm garbage. I'm a garbage streamer.
It's fine. Like, it takes some time. And also, like, sometimes when you have a hotkey, specifically I have like one button on my mouse that I just hit. But when Discord is not open, like on the front, it doesn't do it. So I just have it on the side of it.
Yeah, because also, sometimes it works. So then, like, I get stuck on like one or the other, and then I'm like yelling about something that has nothing to do with the game. People are like,
exactly, it happens.
Lissa,
it happens.
Did you mean to do that? Hi, Shez. I'm not gonna make you do the thing, but I heard that. Hey, I was really organized with emails today. I shot my shot. I sent a very long proposal email to Insert Coin Clothing.
But yeah, we're gonna talk about NEXTFEST demos today. It's gonna be pretty exciting. Woo!
Yeah, it is exciting.
Yeah. I've opened up all the links that were sent under the tweet that I made. I'm not sure if they also made, like, if people reached out to you separately as well and also did stuff. Either way, we've got like 21 replies.
Welcome,
of sorts,
hi everyone.
And I've got all the tabs open
and NEXTFEST demos. I'm talking.
Want to just get into it?
Yeah, let's just go. Let's go straight in.
So there's a game called. It looks very interesting. It's called The Edge of Allegoria. I'll paste it into your chat and stuff.
Alrighty.
It's an old school RPG.
Okay, that's pretty.
Yeah, it's a turn-based RPG inspired by classic titles and the genre. It's got a lot of like these Pokemon vibes, I guess, but it also reminds me a bit of Final Fantasy with a very green tint to it.
Okay, yeah, green. Yeah, I saw the green. I like the green vibe. I feel like blue, because of course green is sort of blue, but it's a little different, you know, because there's plenty of blue tinted and orange tinted games, but like green gives us a little something different. Allegoria.
But yeah, basically, the idea is it's a turn-based RPG inspired by classic titles from the golden age of handheld gaming, self-described.
Okay.
But also, it's not a kid's game. Like, it's got some pretty bizarre art at times. If you look at the
Okay.
trailer as well, or some of the screenshots, there's a goblin, for instance,
yeah.
that looks terrifying. And there's a demo for it right now that you can check out, despite
Nice.
Steam Next Fest not being officially out, but they're participating.
Right, yeah. Okay.
And yeah, it looks pretty darn cool. The thing you mentioned as well with the colors, I
Yeah.
hope they add like options to change the hue.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I've played a couple games where, like, they'll have, like, if it's a duotone hue or something, then they give the options for a few different colors.
Yeah,
So hopefully that's
like
what this is.
apparently it also has some nudity and sexual content in the game.
Ooh, woo.
Pervasive coarse language, alcohol, and drug use. So again, it's not a kid's game.
Right.
But more than 144 enemies to encounter, 21 unique boss characters. There's a unique mastery system with like battle skills that you unlock as
Hi,
you
Sleeky, have a
do
good lurk. Hi, Raid.
actions more often.
That's very cool. It looks really good. It's at the bottom right it said, "My goodness, this shit ain't for kids." That's funny. Well, there you go. It is not a kid's game.
It is not.
There you go.
But I think that's fine. I don't think everything needs to be a kid's game, you know?
No. Oh yeah, of course not.
No.
Of course not. This about this game. Do you like wholesale violence peppered with coarse language and served with a side of pixelated booty? I assume they mean butt.
Buckle up.
I assume they mean butt. Yeah.
Yeah. Although there's also lots of gear in the game that you can add to your arsenal, including
cool.
knuckle dusters and the Necronomicon, a hard pickaxe that you can just use. Morning stars, folding lasers, razors.
How are you?
It seems pretty wild.
Stu,
and I'm really excited. Like, it's going to be interesting to play this one, see how it plays and everything. We're going to talk about that
also,
next week, right?
Lisa? Audio and everything, guys. Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So that's your
geez.
kind of, is that your first one? Like,
yeah, I would say that's my first one.
All right.
Yeah.
So I have one. It's the first one I'm gonna play today. So it's published by Wired Productions. And okay, so here's the thing. It's not usually my style, right? It's called Karma, The Dark World. It's not usually my style. I don't really like scary games, but something about this game made me really want to play it. Here, let me post it into Discord. It's the same thing though. It's definitely not like family friendly.
Okay.
So here, I'm just gonna run this, run the video in the background. So it's a psychological, like body horror game is what it looks like to me. And it's published by Wired Productions. I'm not sure who developed it, but it's a first person. Gamera Games maybe. It's a first person, like psychological survival horror.
It's the developer seems to be Pollard Studio.
Oh, okay,
LLC.
Cool. Art?
Pollard?
Okay.
Like POL and then LAD in one word studio.
Oh, okay.
It seems
cool.
Interesting.
All right. Okay. Yeah, so it just seems like an interesting first person horror. Like I said, I don't really like horrors, but something about this, like, it gave me Resident Evil 7 vibes a little bit. And Resident Evil 7 was my first Resident Evil game. And it was horrifying. Like, it was terrifying, but a really cool experience once I like finished it. It also gives me a little bit of I don't know if you played Still Wakes the Deep, the Scottish like psychological horror on an oil rig. It came out recently. I think it was published by We Are Secret Mode.
I haven't heard of that one.
Okay, so it was a
That
Scottish.
sounds interesting.
Yeah, it was a Scottish. It's based on a Scottish oil rig. And it is definitely like a psychological, like, brain meld, like, mess. It was really cool, but I was also getting those vibes. Now that I'm watching this particular trailer, I'm also getting sort of like BioShock-ish, like thematically BioShock-ish vibes as well.
Yeah, it reminds me a bit of, especially like with the headgear of some of these people and stuff.
Right, yeah.
Kind of reminds me of that. Very dystopian and dark at times, but also futuristic, so a little bit like Atomic Hearts, which came out a while back.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, BioShock, the first BioShock game was very, very dark and actually scary. The second one was weird, but I loved it. And the third one was just such a stark contrast to everything, but it was still terrifying, and it's like, in terms of the narrative and the storytelling, less so of the actual like getting scared or anything like that.
Right. Yeah, and like so I went through most of my life refusing. Sorry, my voice is not cooperating. I went through most of my life not being able to play scary games, and the only reason I play scary games is because like I play them on stream. So when I like get the, you know, the cojones or whatever to play a scary game, like I've got to do it like right away, you know. So yeah, Karma the Dark World, that's the first one I'm gonna play, because I got an early key from Wired Productions, but they're putting out a demo for NEXTFEST.
Yeah, and you can play that demo in 2 hours and 20 minutes yourself if you want to as well. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, it's very interesting that they're also drawing inspiration from 1984.
Right. Okay.
Or rather, it's like it's set in 1984. The place is East Germany. You know, being and stuff like that. But you know, with a corporation that is omnipresent and controlling everything and stuff like that, this dystopian world and setting. It's very interesting, and I like it when games dive into that sort of narrative and draw inspiration from different works.
So we were watching a movie last night. It was the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers. And it's interesting how media reflects like the kind of the stresses and like the societal like issues at the time. So I think when the first one came out, it was like when divorces became legal, and so a lot of the like one of the things that they just like hammered home so much was like, oh, people are the like marriages are collapsing and like no one has a partner like for life anyway. It was just like, it was very strange, and like in 2024 it was very out of nowhere, you know what I mean? But it's like that microcosm of like what was happening at exactly that time, you know? I think right now we're worried with technology, like, you know, just kind of collectively, like technology having so much of our information, you know?
Yeah, but also our dependency on it, I guess, in a way.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
At the end of last year, I moved away. I moved into a different apartment, and I didn't have internet until the beginning of this year.
Man.
Yeah, like 3 months.
Tough. Oh my god,
I wasn't able to stream for half a year, and it sucked to realize just how much I was depending on it, like looking for the bus routes, looking for the maps, etc. Like my phone data was eventually out, and I had to look at the signs for the first time on the street to know where I'm going.
Yeah.
Because I just never bothered, and like I walk the same sort of streets every time, and for whatever reason I just never bothered to like learn the route and stuff. It's a scary place to be in, and I've gotten better at it, but also my sense of direction is terrible. But yeah, very excited for that. I also am not the biggest fan of horror. Like, I love well done atmospheric horror.
Right.
I especially like indie horror movies like the Babadook, etc.
Yeah.
don't like it when there's just jump scares and stuff like that, or chase sequence after chase sequence.
Mm-hmm.
But this one seems very atmospheric, with some body horror, obviously. It's
right, yeah.
The screenshots alone, but also like visually very, very enticing in terms of the colors used, the composition of screenshots.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if those are cutscenes or whatever. It's gonna be very, very interesting.
Yeah, I'm really excited to play it because I can't, like, when it comes down to it, like, as long as a game has a good story, I can probably suffer through it. Like, but if it's just like jump scares for jump scares sake, like, for example, Five Nights at Freddy's, like the first one, you know, kind of their whole thing, right? It's just jump scares for jump scares sake. I think it's developed a little more lore, like, as it's gone on, but that's still kind of how I think of that franchise.
Yeah, I think Five Nights, like, I recently played it for the first time in 4 years or something, and really got to appreciate the atmosphere and how you're constantly, like, looking around, and you're very much put into that.
Yeah,
it's
Snuggles,
very
I totally
immersive
agree.
in a way.
I totally agree.
The jump scares are terrifying, though. I'm not even sure if it needs it, but also I guess that's the scary part is sort of like, I think you're getting rewarded in a way, you know, like the tension builds up the longer you go, and eventually you die. It happens, but like the tension gets relieved at the end. You basically get a jump scare and then a moment of quiet afterwards before you try again, and I feel like that's fine. There are games like Dreadout though, where it's just those jump scares that are just there for the sake of jump scares that just happen out of nowhere without any tension leading up to it, no reason for them, etc. And I feel like that's pretty rough. Like Inscription, for instance, which we both have played and we've both enjoyed because, like, demos, you know. Inscription is terrifying in terms of the atmosphere. You don't have jump scares, but it gets scary.
It's a wonderful, like, world. It's such a good world building, like, experience. Because you feel like something horrible could happen at any time, and, like, it really doesn't. But also, the whole concept to begin with is pretty horrible, like being stuck somewhere like that. The thing, are you talking about the original one?
All right.
Oh my god.
Shall we talk about another one?
Yes. Yeah. You got one on your list?
Yes. So, let me find it. I found this game called Sparrow.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. I'm excited to hear you talk about it because, yeah, it looks like a cool one.
Hold up, I'll send you the link as well so that you can pull it up and everything. So I like games where you play from a different perspective. First of all, like one of my favorite indie games from the more recent years is In Other Waters, where you're the AI guiding a exobiologist on an ocean planet, and you're like, you just see what the program sees, not so much what the person sees. And it's very, very interesting and immersive in that way. Anyway, Sparrow lets you play as a sparrow. And just like with Stray and other games where you're an animal, it comes with its own challenges. But you also get to see things from a much different perspective. And you're also trapped in a mysterious mansion where you have to survive deadly encounters with horrific creatures, and you uncover the secrets, at least the Steam page says so, where you explore vents and secret rooms and crawl spaces and stuff. And there's a story to uncover, and I like narrative, but like not told you walk through a door and get into this room and look through it all on an eye level, but rather you're on the bottom. You can't open doors because you're a bird. So that's interesting. Also, it's brutal. Like, I've seen...
that's funny. I was thinking of, like, a clip where you... I think they put it on... they must have put it on both of our Twitters, where the sparrow, like, very brutally gets, like, smushed or something horrible happens.
Yeah. I was like, that's brutal.
Yeah. That... It does not mince words, as it were.
Yeah. But yeah, it's an interesting title, and like just be. There's a game called Among the Sleep.
What is it called?
Where you're Among the Sleep by
Among the
Krillbite
Sleep.
Studios.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a horror game where you're a baby, like a toddler,
Oh,
looking
what?
for your mother.
Yo,
Yeah.
holy moly. Okay.
And you're like crawling on all fours, and like you'll really have that perspective from down below, and you see these figures that are like you might remember as a child when you woke up in the middle of the night and you saw something in the corner of a room and was just like a coat hanger with a coat on it or whatever, but it looked like a strange monster man or something. And that's sort of the vibe that it has.
That's
it's very
wild, right?
Atmospheric and interesting. It's an older game.
Yeah.
And yeah, Sparrow's giving me similar vibes with you crawling underneath chairs and into the crawl spaces and stuff like that.
Yeah, I am. That was one that I saw that I was pretty interested in trying, for sure.
But yeah, it features blood, gore, and violence and may not be suitable for all ages. Oh, you don't say.
Nice.
But yeah, content warnings. I love it when devs put content warnings down.
Thank you for the pie.
The game is developed by Phantom Lake Games. It appears to be, I believe it's their first game. Yeah, it's their first game, their debut title.
Wow.
And there's a demo already that you can check out right now if you want to.
Ah, okay. Nice.
All right, next one. Do you have one?
Yeah, I do. All right. So, here, let me get this open. Okay. So, I just had someone email me an hour ago, and I saw that, so I'm going, because we've been going with, like, the more adult, like, kind of more intense games. So, here's one on the cozy side. There is a game.
I like the cozy ones as well. It's just
that
like
I got.
it's been
Oh
fitting.
yeah, for sure. It's just sometimes like sometimes the scary or like darker ones really stand out, right? Because they I guess tackle topics in different ways, and they kind of keep one-upping each other. This is just cozy for cozy's sake. It's called Critter Cafe. And it is published by Secret Mode and developed by Sumo Digital. And I got an email about it, and it looks so cute. The Critter Cafe demo is live now. And it's just like a casual life sim with exploration. And you can make your own little character. It kind of looks like Animal Crossing, if Animal Crossing had some like dungeon type things.
Yeah,
it looks super cute, and published by Secret Mode, who also published the Still Wakes the Deep that I was talking about earlier, which was so good.
I see. Yeah, I've heard of Secret Mode. I wasn't entirely sure what they've done as well, but no, they've published Eternal Threads and Wobble Dogs.
Yes.
As well.
Yeah.
As well as Dear Esther.
Yes. Yeah. They publish like a span of different games. Which
and
is
Lottlenaut.
Cool. Yeah, Lottlenaut, which came out pretty recently, I think.
Yeah, Sumo Digital.
They did Little to the Left too.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, Sumo Digital. Let's see.
Yeah, Sumo Digital seems to work on some other titles, probably as a contractor, like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre DLCs, etc. But also some Sonic games. But they also worked on Snake Pass, which is fully developed by them. So that's the other game. Cool. It's a puzzle platformer where you're a snake.
Awesome. There's a speaking of puzzle platformers. One that came out recently is called Kato. I'm not sure if you tried it. I'm pretty sure it was up for last NEXTFEST.
Kato was adorable.
Kato was great. A great demo, and the game came out recently. I'd like to play it, but I have a million games to play, so haven't done it quite yet. But
understandable.
Yeah. All right. Do you have any other ones?
So Critical Failure looks very, very adorable, and much in the vein of that, I've got one that is hold on, let me find it. I've got so many.
Oh yeah.
It's called Cat's Vote.
What is it? Cat's what?
Cat's Vote.
Oh yeah. I saw that one on your tweet, but I didn't look into much of it. Cat's Vote.
Yeah. So it's a political sim with cats. It's developed by Dana Dev.
Oh my
and
god. I love it. I love it
It
already.
appears that they've only made one other game called Anonymous Messages, which seems to be a bit of a horror game that is free to play actually and came out last year in August.
Ooh, okay.
But Cat's Vote. A resource management game where every decision matters. Manage your family's happiness by balancing limited resources and casting votes in unpredictable feline elections. Will the candidate you choose lower prizes or will the promises lead to chaos? But yeah, as I mentioned,
vote cats.
Yeah, so it's a political sim with decision-making simulations where every choice counts, and you're the head of a feline household and must ensure the happiness by meeting needs. But you also have to make choices. It seems so bizarre, but also so darn adorable. Where you balance the budget for the builds and everything. There's politics. I love politics. It's a very adorable game. I love adorable games. And it just, again, looks like something that you could probably jump into quite easily.
Amazing.
So
I'm so excited for that.
Another one that I found that was looking pretty cute was called While Waiting.
Okay.
Presented by the team behind critically acclaimed Moncage. Moncage being a perspective-based puzzle game that is very, very adorable. A bit short, but very cool. Definitely recommended. Anyways, so I was excited for that because While Waiting seemed like a very adorable game with, I don't know, it's just about waiting.
Okay.
Was also part of the Wholesome Direct 2024. It's a transformative adventure exploring the art of waiting. Play the game by doing nothing, but discover the power of acceptance and patience in numerous situations from birth to death. So you basically go through your life and wait. And you can do little things like there's like you wait for your action points to replenish or something like that, and have like to-do lists and stickers and stuff like that. It looks, I don't know, very adorable, a bit about mindfulness and stuff. And
hey, that's really great. I think I've heard of that. I think I've heard of that as well. I saw it somewhere. But yeah, I'm excited to try that demo.
Yeah, and like as I mentioned before, Moncage is a great game as well. That tells a very touching story, but through the medium of these boxes, where you have a room in there and you basically move it around, or like a lighthouse or something like that, and you move it, and through the perspective, it changes aspects of it, and you travel to different parts of this person's life and find pictures and whatnot. It's very unconventional storytelling that is quite indirect, but very adorable. It's an indie game that came out in 2021.
Okay.
It's currently 35% off. I'm just saying, Moncage. Moncage.
Hey, Moncage. That sounds a little bit like, I mean, just the kind of the vibe makes me think of Unpack. I think it's called Unpacking.
Yeah, like Unpacking, kind of.
Yeah,
but not,
where it's like the storytelling is through like, it's a different way of storytelling.
Yeah, it's definitely a very different way.
End up telling a good story while also, having like this puzzle or whatever is going on.
Yeah?
Yeah. All right. So another one I'm interested in seeing is called Prospector. Let me get a link. So there's a demo coming out for next. Well, let me make. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Cause they. Oops.
It's published by Hype Train Digital.
It sounds like unpacking.
There's a demo available right now, even.
Oh, is it available? Oh, yeah, it is available now. It is available now. It didn't load up at first for me, but yeah. So it's like a sci-fi. It's a sci-fi game. Like an automation game.
Yeah.
But it's open world. It's like a sandbox survival type game. It's pretty cool. It seems really cool. I got an email about it. Here, let me paste that. There's the link. I got an email about it from Hype Train Digital.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Hype Train Digital is pretty cool.
Yeah. Now it says it's similar to Core Keeper and Terraria, but in the email, it like the way it's described is it is like an automation type. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I mean, Core Keeper does feature some automation, I guess. Stardew Valley also kind of, but not really. The thing is with those similar to games you've played is Steam basically looks at the folks that wishlisted games and see what else they liked. So sometimes you've got games that are like Skyrim, but in reality they're nothing like Skyrim.
Thank you,
and it's a
Spiky.
bit misleading.
How was your stream?
But the algorithm has gotten a bit better. So
How's
I
Metaphor,
think
Kinder?
that people that do like Core Keeper and Stardew, like Core Keeper's non-action stuff and Stardew's non-farming stuff, might probably find here. It seems very similar to Farlands in a way. Farlands and Nova Lands.
Okay. All right.
Like, it looks to be like that. Nova Lands being also an automation type game, and Farlands being basically Harvest Moon in space, which released in early access earlier this year.
Okay. There's another Harvest Moon in space like called, I think it's called wait, hold on. What is it called? Oh shoot.
Are you thinking of One Lonely Outpost?
No, Little Known Galaxy. Little-Known Galaxy. It's so cute. I played the demo. I don't remember if it was last NEXTFEST or the NEXTFEST before that, but it was adorable. I loved the demo. So, you know, in the way of like sci-fi space games.
Interesting.
That's a cool one. That was a really cool one.
Little Known Galaxy seems to be Space Stardew. I don't want to compare it too much to it, but yeah.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes it helps like to be able to compare.
And Steam says it's like Stardew Valley and Rayka.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
But Rayka is probably nothing like this game, so that's like
nothing like it. Yeah.
Yeah, but usually one out of the two is sort of like it. So you know, I guess it's mostly the vibes. It looks adorable though.
Little cozy vibes. Yeah, it's super cute. I liked the like character customization choices. I love adorable things, and like I had a ribbon in my hair or something like that. It was very cute.
Nice. Yeah, there's another game that is also sort of cozy that was sent here. It's called Hero of the Hive.
Hero of the Hive.
Yes, I'll send you the link right away. It's essentially a game where you're a bee.
Okay.
Seems kind of cozy.
Okay, a bee game.
Yeah, bee games.
Where are you?
We need more of those. It's developed and published by Mighty Beaver Studio.
A bee game.
I think it's their debut title. You take flight in a casual adventure game as a bee on a mission to save your crumbling hive. The queen is missing, so now you have to find resources and rebuild and explore this vast place. And it just you're just so chunky. You can have hats on the bee as well, and like you know, you're chunky, very chunky bee. He's just a little guy.
Right, just a little big guy.
Yeah.
Okay, here
and like, just like with many other bee games, there's like small like racing or like flying, I guess, mini games and whatnot around.
Where's maybe?
Lots of interesting ideas.
Anaconda,
I think.
do you have any you're excited for?
More looking forward to this one than other games because like I've played other bee games
Mm-hmm.
where you are a bee.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them kind of tried too hard to be sort of realistic or
To
whatever.
be realistic.
Yeah. This one seems, there's talking animals that need help and you're talking to them and stuff, like raccoons
Adorable.
and whatnot,
Adorable.
You can put a sun hat, or you can look like a mushroom or a wizard or a cat bee or whatever, different colors.
I love it.
Very janky. Collect resources and stuff. Like there's a bee simulator game.
Yeah, do you have any games in NEXTFEST or know of any
terrible in terms of
that you're excited about?
pacing and the mechanics and stuff. It's just not great. But also there was a demo a while ago for Apico, which was a beekeeping simulator, and I spent 13 hours in that demo.
Okay.
And way too much time in the full release. Yeah.
I had heard of it, but I don't think I ever played that.
It's great if you like crafting-based RPGs and automation.
Crafting-based RPGs. Apico.
Very, very cozy. It's published by Whitethorn.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Whitethorn Games. They've got the cozy. They've got them cozy games going. Yeah,
lots of cozy games. Yeah. Someone in my chat, Sharian, also says that Apico is fun, so if Sharian vouches for it, you'll like it probably as well.
Awesome. Okay, no, I trust.
In Sharian we trust. Yeah, Apico is fantastic. It's developed by a duo of developers, and they're soon releasing a new game, Mudborn, which is about breeding frogs.
No.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like Apico had like already very cool stuff where you can play it casually and everything. It's cool.
Right.
And you find the different bees that are endangered or you fought to be extinct and stuff, and you create like breed different bees and get like percentages and stuff to get specific ones or increase their stats and whatnot to produce very, very good honey and mead and wax and whatnot.
Apico. Oh, okay. Yeah. See, like, it has such good branding because like I saw the logo in my head before I even knew like what kind of game it was. Apico. Oh, very cool.
Apico also has that thing where developers like the developers
Cherry Jump. I'll have to look that up. Thank you.
Essentially,
I love
give
NEXTFEST.
a percentage of the proceeds to the Save the Bees.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Organization, that big one, which is very nice. And yeah, Mudborn also is gonna have frog genetics and stuff, and tadpoles, and you feed them different things, and then they turn into different frogs and stuff. It's pretty adorable. There was a demo as well on itch.io. I think there's one right now on Steam as well.
Oh, okay. Speaking of cool cat games, I'm really excited for. Okay, so this isn't up for NEXTFEST or anything, but a game called Mewgenics.
Oh yeah, by Edmund McMillan, the creator of Meat Boy, The Endless Knife, The Binding of Isaac. Yeah.
Very excited for that. I don't know much about it. I just know that like I saw a trailer and I was like, this is cat game. This is gonna be good. I am excited.
Yeah, Mewgenics is sort of gonna be like a roguelike tactics game, I want to say.
Oh yes, I love that.
Sort of looks like it.
I love that. It's right up my alley.
As always, it's gonna have like more of a crass humor, like with Isaac as well, or Bumbo, Once Coin, etc. Legend of Bumbo.
Yeah.
But that said, I follow Edmund. It's not finished yet and everything. But like I follow Edmund on Twitter, and I just see sometimes these updates to the game where they add stuff like autism.
Right.
And I'm like, the description of autism just fits so well for me. Like I really felt heard and validated.
That was good.
Like genuinely, and they're doing work in that they don't want it to be like an Isaac where you almost need to have a different app or page open to be able to understand what is happening or what an item does. Explain everything, keep it simpler, more accessible, and also it's very adorable with mutations and Mewgenics.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. Let's see. Oh, and there was just someone in my chat who see, like, going through my Twitter replies. There's someone in my chat who posted in my Twitter replies Cherry Jump, which is like a 2D platformer, and I remember loving it because you like can choose which character you play as, and like they're such cute little beans. And
Oh my god, the bunny.
Yeah, and I'm extremely bad at platformers. But I was gonna give it a go anyway because it is so cute, you know. And yeah, let's see, 32 unique levels, 4 playable characters. So that's when the game comes out. Let's see. Oh yeah, Cherry Blossom, Hopalong, Blink, and Candlewick are the characters. Like, how cute. I love
it's very looks very adorable.
I love pixel games. I love cute things. I hate platformers, but I can, you know, I can give it a go. I played, you know, another platformer I played for last NEXTFEST, because I hate platformers, but I will play them if I feel compelled enough, was Hiro Kato, Hirocato, where you're like a delivery cat. And so you have to finish the platforming. You have to finish the level in a certain amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was another really fun one. The game is released, Hiro Kato. But yeah, I really liked that. It was fun enough that I played it for like an hour and a half, just the demo, because I wanted to like get a better time and, you know, all of that.
Yeah, there were also a few platformers around in the ones that were sent to me.
Man, I sure do hate platformers.
I do too, and it's not that I hate the games themselves, it's more so that I hate my inability to make precise jumps.
I hate who I am when I play platformers.
Yes. That
I hate
said,
who I become.
That said, I can't find it right now, but what I did find is a third-person tower defense shooter called Puropu Defense Squad, and it appears to be cel-shaded, which is adorable.
What is it? Kuropu?
I'll send you the link.
Okay. Puropu.
Puropu Defense Squad. It looks cool. Like,
okay.
You're playing as sentient props.
Hi, Booty.
You build and upgrade defenses, evolve your heroes, and battle hundreds of filthy.
Oh, okay.
I just okay. Oh my god.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like tower defense. There's a lot of tower defense this NEXTFEST. I used to play a lot of Bloons. I still do sometimes play Bloons TD6. Love me some tower defense games, especially like third-person ones where you can also like jump in and play. And the art style just looks so.
Thank you so much for the raid earlier, Spikey.
I don't know. It's like
we're good. Just chatting about NEXTFEST.
Props that are alive and you're fighting humans.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
There's googly eyes on flamethrowers and stuff. I don't know. This looks insane.
It does look insane, yes, but like in a great way. It also gives me like the cell shading, like I mean, of course, gives me Borderlands vibes, you know, as one of my favorite games of all time. So another really good tower defense. Okay, I'm talking about like past. I'm talking about past NEXTFEST here, but Sunstone War is one that I loved. The demo is out. I think they did last NEXTFEST. But the demo is still out, and I like totally recommend it if you like tower defense games. The game isn't out yet.
It's published by OKJoy.
What does OKJoy do? But yeah, it's a really cool tower defense. Let's see, what else did they publish?
OKJoy also published Dog and Goblin, which is a roguelike deck builder that I'm very excited about.
I played that demo, Dog and Goblin. Yeah, those are they were such cute little like pixel characters. I loved them. Cool. Oh yeah, here it
Sunstone
is.
War, Spirit Mancer, Girls of Tower Defense. What?
Nice.
Nice. Where are the guys of Tower Defense? Man.
We don't need them. We don't need men.
I want my himbos and twings here, please. On my lap, right now.
a game that I was excited about for NEXTFEST. They had originally announced doing NEXTFEST, but they're not doing it anymore. Is Teeny Tiny Harbor, from the Short Circuit Studio, and they released Teeny Tiny Trains. If you really like puzzle games, Teeny Tiny Trains is awesome. But they had announced Teeny Tiny Harbor for NEXTFEST, but I guess they're holding off until next year.
Oh, so you chart the cores and stuff and try to make it so that they
have a
don't
good day at work.
crash?
Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I'm excited because I love Teeny Tiny Trains, and it's an awesome studio. And it's, you know, a small like indie group, and Teeny Tiny Trains is an awesome game. Totally worth the money. I got my husband to play it. It's on mobile too.
Nice.
Yeah. So if you want to try it out, I think it's free with ads on mobile.
Neat.
I'm not sure if you can buy it, but it's, yeah, that's an awesome one. Good game.
I'll definitely try it out. Let's see. While we're at puzzle games, there's a game called Total Reload that gives me big Portal vibes.
I think they were in my Twitter
replies.
Well. Total Reload. Yeah.
Help artificial intelligence named Hawking activate an incredible mechanism that can reload the universe.
Let me see. Solve spatial puzzles. It's kind of like a Portal-like is kind of what it gives me.
Yeah, like art style wise, especially, it reminds me a lot of Portal.
I hope you have a good day at work.
Like cubes, they're taking inspiration in there.
We should play co-op games tomorrow.
But also,
I need to ask about co-op games. Wait, tomorrow or Wednesday?
Puzzles.
You don't have to tell me now.
Some teleportation, but also other mechanics that I lack the vocabulary to describe properly. So I'm very excited to play it.
Yeah.
Especially as I like the sort of there's a lot of puzzles out there that puzzle games out there that play with like mechanics that are very interesting, but at the same time they also
I'll be around.
Like they've got their inspirations on their sleeve. Like you can see that it's inspired by Portal, and that's great because honestly I'd love to have a Portal free, but we don't get that. We do have, however, games like this and Light Matter, which is a great game.
Life Matter?
Light Matter.
Light Matter. Oh, I haven't heard of that. All right.
Light Matter is developed by Tunnel Vision Games, which I believe is a Swedish studio. It's actually they got the permission from Valve to essentially make the game play in the world of Portal alongside Aperture and Black Mesa and stuff like that. So there's this new company, Light Matter, where they have physical matter from light, and they try to use it for energy purposes, but something goes horribly wrong, and then shadows become alive, kind of, and you solve puzzles trying to work with light sources and stuff. It's very interesting. It's got a demo as well, and you can upgrade like the demo. Like you basically play like 20 levels, and then you can upgrade it so that you play the full release afterwards if you want to.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I like when you can like push forward your progress. That's really nice.
Yeah, and also there's a cat in the game.
There's a cat? Can you pet the cat?
You try to find it. Like, I think you can find it. You can pet it and stuff, but you see it in every level, and there's an achievement for finding it everywhere. And it's very, very interesting. But yeah, Total Reload gives me similar vibes.
Right.
And
okay. Yeah.
I'm more hoping that like the story is also like fleshed out and everything, and that we don't just follow an AI reloading the universe or whatever, but rather do something with that. I don't know.
No, I understand.
It seems pretty interesting. Reminds me a bit of Anti-Chamber and Portal, and yeah, very excited. There's a demo right now.
Hey, so I was looking through my emails, like, because usually I'm really prepared and I would have spent the weekend getting ready, but I was getting sick over the weekend, so I didn't do any preparation. But I was looking through my emails and there's this game called Loco Motive. So Loco Space Motive. And it looks so cool. Like the pixel art is a pixel art game. It's a mystery comedy point and click like story investigation game, and it looks great. It gives me like Monkey Island vibes a bit, but you're on a train and a passenger has been murdered and you figure out who does it, like. So it seems pretty cool, and there's a demo for NEXTFEST that's out. So if you like point and click like mystery games, that seems like a really cool one to check out. It's published by Chucklefish, that's why I got the email, but it's developed by Robust Games, who doesn't have any other games on their Steam page. So I'm pretty I'm
debut title.
Yeah, so I'm excited to. So it's a comedy adventure that hits like smooth jazz, set on board a 1930s express train. Very cool. It gives me, because it's a comedy and mystery, it gives me a little bit of, you know, the Monkey Island vibes. So
yeah, someone in my chat says that Monkey Island, I still hear monkey foo in my head. I don't know. I've never played Monkey Island, so maybe you get the reference.
I played about, I want to say 5 hours of it. I do this like sometimes I do these like 10. I call it like 10 days, 10 games. But I did that for Christmas, so it was the 12 games of Christmas, and I played a different game every day, and that was one of them.
It sounds like my year every year.
I know, yeah. Since I become like purely variety, I don't do the 10 days, 10 games so much anymore. Because that's just how it is all the time. You know? I just do that all the time anyway, so.
But that sounds very interesting, like murder mystery. Like one of them was murdered, so yeah. And you're the prime suspect, so you have to kind of prove that you're not it by finding out who is it.
Right.
But also, like, that's exactly what a murderer would do.
That's exactly what a murderer would do. Yeah, so I think it's pretty cool. So, So to be honest, I haven't been reached out to as much. Like, I started getting reached out to about NEXTFEST like earlier this time, but I haven't gotten nearly as many emails or like interactions like on social media. So I don't know like whether October is less popular for NEXTFEST demos, like maybe people try to do them in the middle of the year.
No, I think it's actually more popular precisely because it's sort of a window when not too many games release.
Right. Okay.
So it's precisely because of that they can push out more demos, but sometimes there's just not too many developers. I was wondering specifically.
Right. Yeah, I was wondering, like, you know, it could possibly be like a state of the industry reflection, or like my social media just didn't find its target audience. Like, you know, sometimes that happens too.
It's probably something along those lines, but also Twitter in particular, like, you know, it's rough. I don't know what the meta is or the algorithm or how it works and everything, but I know that a lot of stuff doesn't get like shown to everyone these days.
Also,
so it happens.
So someone in chat, a mutual from Wired. Sorry, my voice is like slowly leaving my body. A mutual from Wired Productions said, from a publisher point of view, they changed a lot of things in the back end of Steam for this NEXTFEST, so people are being a little more hesitant about reaching out just in case. Yeah, that is interesting. Because like I have had a couple people reach out, and then like it didn't happen too much, but like I'd say like 2 or 3 developers that reached out were like, hey, our demo is gonna be available, and then they were like, all right, we're gonna hold off. So like I didn't have that happen at all in June, but I've had that happen like 2 or 3 times for this one, which I find interesting.
Yeah, they tend
Also,
to
hi,
change
Pizza
a
Pixie.
lot. I'm not sure what the exact changes are, but I know for a fact that over the past couple times that Steam Next Fest happened, I got just so overwhelmed with how many demos there are.
Right, yeah, there's so many to cover.
There's just not enough time even. Like, there's like, you get a week and to play like 60 or 80 or sometimes more demos that are looking interesting, and a lot of them vanish afterwards. Like, you can't play them anymore after the time, and I find that
you're
rough.
totally fine. There's so many people I know in person, and I forget to follow them on Twitch.
As well, for
Thank
people
you.
like us, for other people as well,
yeah,
audience, etc.
Yeah.
But with that said, I wanted to highlight another game here called Starvaders.
Oh, Starvaders! Yes! Oh, yes!
You know it too.
That's
right?
the first one. That's the first one on my list.
Yeah.
That's the first one on my list because a friend of mine is working with. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Starvaders. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
It's developed by Starvader Studios, who I believe changed their name recently as well.
Promycin hasn't followed. I know I haven't made it until Prolison follows.
Starvaders.
Karma's the first game I talked about today.
Adventures and Playworks. It's a strategy, roguelike deck builder, card game type of game. And looks pretty dope, just art style wise, you know. The developers did send me a full key for the game, by the way.
Ooh.
Which is also pretty exciting, and I'm looking forward to playing it perhaps over the next 2 days and showcase it and stuff. But there's different characters and position-based, like you place your units on different positions on the field, and sort of like a tactics-style roguelike deck builder. That seems pretty interesting. I like the art style a lot. Thick lines.
Following is overrated.
Washed out backgrounds and
so
very adorable artwork here and there. And it's fun to see not pixel art sometimes. I love pixel art, but just people trying themselves at something different and whatnot. But yeah, there's a demo available as well, and there's a free key raffle for the full release going on.
So on the topic of like different art styles, it's a game I played during last NEXTFEST, but it wasn't taking part in NEXTFEST. It's taking part in this NEXTFEST. It is one of the coolest games I've played. I'm obsessed with it. It's called Wander Stars, like Wander. WANDER space stars. It is just one of the coolest games I've played. Like, just as I loved it so much. It makes such a good impression, like, starting it. It has kind of a similar, like, art style to this, but it is a turn-based, I don't know the word for the type of battling, but it's like when you can't see your character, but you're like, it's like a first-person turn-based game. It's so cool. I don't want to, like, I don't know, any way I describe it, like, it won't show you how cool it is.
It's got also that sort of
has like an anime style characters, and it's just so charming. It's so cool. I love the everything. I love everything about that demo. So since it's doing NEXTFEST this time, like, I absolutely recommend it. They emailed me about like playing their demo, and I was like, oh, I've played your demo and I am obsessed with it. Please tell me this is a new demo because I need more. And they were like, no, it's not a new demo. It's the same thing, but we'll put you on our list. I was like, I need more. I think it's coming out towards the end of the year.
Yeah, it says 2025 right now. It's published by Fellow
Okay.
Traveler, though.
Yes.
Who do a lot of narrative-driven games.
Yeah, yeah,
Which means, yeah.
and it is like a narrative, but it's like
Yeah.
turn-based, all that stuff.
Yeah, very
It's
exciting
great.
stuff.
It's very good. And another one that someone just like messaged me on Twitter about that I forgot about is called Warside. I think we talked about it like off stream.
Yes.
And it looks a lot like
Fire Emblem.
Hey, thank you for the follow, user. It looks like what was it
like
called?
Old school Fire Emblem. Reminds me a lot of that.
Yeah, old school Fire Emblem. So I've been playing a game called Stars in the Trash that is like kind of similar, but it made me think of, oh god, there was another game that I thought it was like affiliated with, but it's not. Let me see if I can. Oh, War Groove. That's what it was. War Groove. I thought it was affiliated with War Groove because like
if
the graphics.
I'm not sure if you're meant to be muted.
Oh no, I didn't. I've been talking about. Okay, anyway, Warside. I thought that right. So it was similar to War, right? Because the art kind of looks like War Groove. So I thought it was like affiliated, but I don't think it is. Anyway,
no,
Warside. It looks cool.
Yeah, it looks a lot like Fire Emblem with the units moving around and everything, and then battle happening depending on the positioning and everything. So if your units are on a mountain, they've got the high ground as opposed to other units that are in the grassland. Or if they're on a mountain too, it doesn't matter. But on a in a forest, you get like a evasive boost, etc. There's different units to buy and get, and it looks very, very cool, like very interesting. Reminds me of old school Fire Emblem, like the very first few games. It's the only ones I've played actually.
Right.
And pretty cool stuff, but also kind of into the reaching.
Sorry.
Like with moving units into the ocean and stuff.
Right.
Like action points to move everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one seemed very, very interesting with 12 playable commanders and over 25 units to select from a story campaign, multiplayer. Cool.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. It seems pretty cool. All right. So, okay, my voice is starting to like die, like properly die. Did you have like a, I know you kind of had like the events list or like a kind of an order. Do you have like a next one or like a wrap up one or?
What do you mean for this one?
Oh yeah. Oh no, just for the thing we're doing. Like a wrap up for like
next week, same time. Well, for Liz, it's gonna be 20 minutes early.
Shit. Yeah. I'm really bad at being on time. I'm so bad. It's even worse when I'm sick.
Yeah, so next week we're gonna do 3 p.m. GMT plus 1, or well, 4 p.m. Central European time. Same stuff, but wrap up talking about the demos we've actually played and stuff. Because again, like the NEXTFEST is not available just yet. Like most of the demos will be available in an hour and a half, roughly.
Yep.
And we'll just play a bunch of demos and see what stuck with us the most and what we liked, and talk about our highlights in a way. Maybe we've played some same ones, and we don't know what the other person plays, so it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. It's so nice to like talk about, because I talk about demos so much, but just like to myself, I just muse like publicly about them. So it's nice to like chat with someone about like the different, because of course, even though we play the same genre of game generally, like we play turn-based, like a lot of turn-based strategy, like deck builders, that sort of thing. We still, we've still like seen different things, been reached out to by different people. So it's really nice to be able to like chat with someone about about
Yeah, I mean,
games.
I love roguelikes. I own too many of them. I've got a whole wheel with that I need to use more often. And yeah, today's like Rogue Mondays, so it's fun to. Yes, I'll be playing Inscription. You'll be playing the other spooky game that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, Karma, the Dark World. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's gonna be pretty darn exciting. And yeah, everyone from my stream, go check out Lissa if you haven't yet. If you like roguelikes
and go check out Magi. I raided like a couple weeks ago, and we just we just so happen to have like a bunch of mutual like friends. Yes, and also like his stream is really inclusive and awesome. And
yours is not. No,
yeah, no, I'm an absolute asshole, but I'm an asshole to everyone equally. So
yeah, clearly,
you know,
clearly.
Inclusive, kind of the opposite way.
Yeah, funnily enough, I saw Ilana in a chat the other day, and I was like, "Hey, can I whisper you a streamer that you like?" And she said, "Sure." And then I whispered, like, "Do you know Licity?"
Hi.
And she was like, "Yeah, I love Licity." And I'm like, "Shit, right. Lissa also no."
I love Ilana. She's great.
Ilana's great, but like I completely forgot that you mentioned that you know Ilana, and I said, "Yeah, I love Ilana." And oh, you know Juice too. And I was like, "Why did I do that?"
You know. Listen, all publicity is good publicity, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, this was lovely. Thanks a lot for inviting me.
Thank you so much, Magi. You're awesome. I hope you have an amazing stream today.
Thank you. I need to grab more tea.
Yeah. I'm gonna go grab some hot drink and hot, I don't know, stuff.
Nice.
All right. Have a great stream. I'll talk to you later.